It's week 12 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look here at Caleb Williams. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Bears and the Lions, and it
brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Such a great tradition. Thanksgiving Day in the NFL. So happy to be a part of it as well. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, think about it. Detroit 1934, Dallas 1966. Where the seeds for this thing has been planted. 3 games during the day and night. Now, I love that we call it the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a player, a coach, a fan at home, or in our case, Mike, here in the booth broadcasting the game. NFL football and Thanksgiving, those two things go together. And man, how fortunate are we to have a front row seat for another special NFL tradition, John Madden Thanksgiving celebration. Let's go.
The first of 3 on this Thanksgiving. Glad to have you along on this holiday. And we begin right here in the Motor City. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. Still on his feet. He may go. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 73 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run, going to take it, and they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
The extra point is up and through. And the Lions will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. He does that, his team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. He'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw is Williams. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A give, and here's Johnson. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. They face 2nd down and 7. from the shotgun. It's Williams. Working across the field. He's going to find more. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. On the give, it's Johnson. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Goff to throw on 1st down. He'll get this out to the left flat. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. Can he get away? No, he's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And that is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it's going to lead to 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success in these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bears offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That's complete to Moore on the right side. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. That's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. And that ball incomplete over the middle. It is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. That is catch number 60 for the season.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Johnson. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Bears 1st down.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to Johnson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's Williams now to throw. That's complete. It's Odunze. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He's got it, and the Bears are on top. It's now 10-7. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here's Williams on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Yeah! And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5. So we are through one on this Thanksgiving Day. It's the Bears off to the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. First down, and they stick with Gibbs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Here's Goff. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
To throw is Goff. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Here's Rome Odunze, the first-round pick, along with the Bears offense getting set for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a first and 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. Here's second and 6. Here's Williams. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Now Williams. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. Another catch from there. Numbers starting to stack up in this one. Closing in on 100 yards, and we're still in the first half. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll run. Johnson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Another run here with Johnson. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down. A play fake. Now Williams. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bears will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit short.
He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. Now pass deep for St. Brown. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Bears offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. That is caught downfield by Odunze. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. The production has been sensational early on. The last catch putting him over 100 receiving yards, and we still have another half to play. First and 10. Here's the change of pace back. That's Kenneth Gainwell. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Big lineman Aleem McNeil ends the play there. 2nd and 7. They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Some nose guards in the 3-4 defense, Mike, are just asked to take up space and eat up blockers. But not this guy. He defeats his blocker and makes the tackle. That's playing the nose guard at the next level.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
The Lions offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. That's Tyreek Stevenson there to make the tackle. Minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment.
Who wants my jersey?
Second down and 8.
You make a play here. Take it to him.
From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll go play action with Goff. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
On the handoff, it's Johnson. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Still 2nd down.
Now it's Johnson. The Lions call their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. They'll go again with Johnson. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. To return is Williams. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Lions offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Goff. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hand.
St. Brown, Amon-Ra gives the Lions a first down. And Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. This will be a 41-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we are at halftime in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the New York Jets. And lastly, on Sunday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bears offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard, and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd down and 9. To throw is Williams. And that is incomplete.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The home team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Bears offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
The second down throw is incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out in first, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
The home team's offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down. To throw is Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Throwing on second down, Goff. And he got rid of that one, and 7. Now, Goff. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, you're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. A run with Gainwell. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
A quick slant, looked in by Moore. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtual.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ivan Pace. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 3rd and a yard. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he will score. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. The extra point. Up and good. And the Lions will go up by 7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On second down, it's Williams. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Throwing on second down, Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze. it's Williams from the gun. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
We see this time and time again in the NFL. Like, you want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On play action. Oh, he pumps up the football. The Bears have it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And they start in the best possible situation. It is 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
A quick slant into the hands of Odunze. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bears will cut the lead down to 4. Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. We're on to the 4th on Thanksgiving. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Goff. That is into the hands of Allen downfield. 23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Lions 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, You just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll run here. Oh, short game there to about the 22. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Williams now to throw. This one is intercepted by Carlton Davis. And he's going to score! A pick 6 for the touchdown. What a time for a pick 6 for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick 6.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead, and not only do you do that,
the kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Williams to the air once more. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
they're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. The defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. Now 10 catches in the game. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown.
Throwing again, Williams. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Throw it again. It's Williams. That's complete to Moore on the right side. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Rome Odunze, touchdown Bears. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very...
And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. On the return, it's Williams. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff's going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's caught by Gibbs. Into space at the 45. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This guy's really starting to roll now, and his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take him down for a loss.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. Third and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Open man, right side, he's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down.
A second down throw for Goff. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Is caught left side by St. Brown. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs.
And he cannot get away, brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down. They'll run with Gibbs. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So now, a big spot coming here. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once more. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Defense has a chance to all but end this game, but they can't secure the interception, and now the offense has new life. But is there enough time? Do they have enough opportunities still to find themselves in position to go try to pull this one out?
Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up. The sound deafening in the dome. It's third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
They'll indeed go. It's Williams. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Here's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. Here's a 3rd and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Here's the Lions punt team now as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. So it's a win here for the Lions. And they'll get a little extra time to enjoy it on this holiday weekend as they get the job done here on Thanksgiving. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.